Don't forget to do your sheets.
Oh. Okay. God, there's so much editing already to do.
Yes, it's quick bites.
Quick bites. Go on, the quick bites.
Quick bites.
In
and out.
Yeah.
Quick diddle. Go on, yeah.
That's gross. Bertie, why
Go on, you can say it because you're giving out that I stole it from you.
Please don't forget to rate, like, subscribe, follow all of our social media stuff. What?
Yes.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say about the weekend.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I love that song.
I love that song.
I love that song. A fitting tribute to our John, who loves that song.
Yes. This is the John Memorial podcast.
It's like the blip. Avengers Endgame. John's gone.
Yeah, he faded away in dust.
Damn you, Thanos. Damn you. You took our John. But anyway, how was your weekend, Bertie?
Yeah, it was good, yeah. I played 2 games.
Oh.
I played over 35 soccer on Saturday, and I played some junior GAA on Sunday.
How was the junior GAA?
I got a bit of a kiss at the sun, if you can tell by my complexion.
Oh, I can tell you're roasted. Basted like a turkey.
Although I did put sun cream on, so I'm not red.
Right.
Which is always important. But has anybody invented sun cream that when it mixes with sweat and goes into your eye, that it does not
doesn't
sting?
Yeah. No, that's not a thing. Do you know what I also noticed about sun cream or sun spray is the stuff that I have, that if you have fake tan on and you then put sun cream on over the fake tan, it completely takes off the fake tan. So ladies, if you're looking to get rid of fake tan fairly quickly, actually it turned my daughter's arms red. She had fake tan in her arms.
Yeah.
she was orange and then she went red.
Apparently you shouldn't wear that like tannin mitt.
Right, I don't know what that is.
You're better off to use a latex glove because it puts it on far more evenly. I've seen it on TikTok.
I don't subscribe to put it on fake tan full stop. She doesn't put it on in my presence. She
put it on herself, was it?
Yeah.
She wasn't coming.
Well, I'm not putting on fake tan on my daughter. I don't agree with fake tan in any way whatsoever.
Oh, why not?
Because I hate it. It just looks stupid.
Well, back in the day when I used to be leaving people home and stuff, the amount of fake tan that ended up on my seat.
Really? Was it around back then?
It was, yeah. I smell it. Oh, Jesus. I think it's much better now, though, that you can get like one that doesn't smell as bad and like it's in moisturizer and stuff now, and then you can get different levels of it. But sure, you can get spray on tan now and everything.
I didn't know that.
Someone comes and it's like being in an auto body shop and just.
Oh, yeah. Which would remind me of do you remember that Friends episode where Ross?
I'm an 8.
So funny.
You were meant to count 1, 2, Mississippi listening.
That's good comedy. It is. They don't write it like that anymore. Brilliant. No. Absolutely brilliant.
Sexist and racist.
Yeah. The good old days.
I want to. Like, what level do you want? What are you? I'm Cuban.
Oh, such good comedy. Anyway, your weekend. So you're all footballed out. Were you? Any injuries? No? Feeling good? Okay?
Well, last Tuesday I hurt my finger, so it's still a little bit pudgy looking.
Jesus, looks bad.
And then I just a couple of blisters on my feet because it was quite warm yesterday.
Is it bad that the intrusive thoughts in my head wanted me to grab that finger and bend it?
Oh, don't now. It's very sore. Now it's much better, but your typical me, I strapped it for the soccer and the football. Which I probably shouldn't have played again because it swelled up a little bit. Again,
you shouldn't be strapping it.
Do you know, it's sod's law, right? So I strapped it for the soccer thinking, soccer be grand. Sure, all I have to do is take throw-ins.
And then what, did you get put in goals or something?
No. The first ball that came across the top, I was running with the attacker, and however he managed to hit his heel off my finger, and I just kind of laughed to myself and thinking, that's typical, like that would never ever happen. And the one time you don't want anybody to tip off your finger, because it's hard when it's your little finger, because when it's these fingers you can kind of protect it or isolate it, but it's like it's hanging right out there. You put it on the mouse and you can't press enter on the computer.
You can do nothing. You do nothing. It's like injuries like that are you take your fingers for granted. You take everything for granted, really, don't you? But anyway, you said sod's law, not Murphy's law, no?
Oh, why? What's sod's law then?
I don't know. I thought Murphy's law was anything that could happen probably will. Isn't that what Murphy's law is? Anyway, my weekend, Bertigus. What did I do actually?
You're probably coaching and
It was all football, yeah. The usual amount of sidelines were attended over the weekend. Yeah.
Nice. Sod's
Yeah.
Law, a British culture axiom, states that if something can go wrong, it will.
Now look up Murphy's Law.
Okay,
Because I think it's maybe just a country thing. I think Murphy's Law maybe is just a more well-known version of that.
Murphy's Law is an adage or epigram that is typically stated as anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh, there you go. It's the same thing.
Well, first of all, this is anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And then anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Exact same thing. Look up what's the difference between Murphy's Law and Sod's Law. And we can figure that out finally.
Spot on content.
This is a shell bomb, this one. So yeah, that was my weekend. I think all football. Yeah.
How's the girls doing throw-ins?
How are the girls doing throw-ins?
Yeah.
Well, they're all mad to try and do this one where you flip over your head and throw it. Stupid. That's illegal. You can't do that, you know.
No, because your feet have to be on the ground.
Yes, your 2 feet have to be on the ground, and as well as that, the ball has to go right behind your head.
Yep.
And when you're doing this one, the ball's at the top of your head.
Yep.
So,
because for whatever reason in the over 35s, people seem to, once you go over the age 35, forget how to take a throw.
Really?
The amount of foul throws. It's not as bad as when we started. When we started last year, there was foul throws in every game.
I hate that. I hate to see a foul throw. It's such a simple thing to do. Yeah. We've got a girl on the team. This is the under 14s, and she is a hammer throw champion. And she plays centre midfield for us. So whenever there's a throw, she goes over and she can launch a ball like Megan Campbell sort of style into the box from the sideline.
Oh, nice.
She's fucking amazing at throws, yeah. So it's handy to have one of those in your team because it puts a little bit of pressure on people as well.
Sod's Law is a more extreme version of Murphy's Law. While Murphy's Law says that anything that can go wrong will go wrong eventually, Sod's Law requires that it always goes wrong, with the worst possible outcome or the worst time. There you go.
Oh, so it's a more pessimistic view of Murphy's Law.
Yeah, well, sure, that's the British, isn't it?
There you go. Oh, Jesus, Bertie. Good old racism. All right, okay. Yes. So, Bertie, our topic for Quick Bites today links in nicely with what we were just talking about.
Yes.
So, I wanted to ask you your experience of going back, because it's something that I'm considering possibly at some stage.
Yes.
Going back to play over 35s football. What has your experience been in going back? Now, how long were you away from football, actually? Were you away for long?
No.
No, not really. You didn't really stop.
No, I finished proper soccer or normal soccer in 2022, and then I played over 35 2023.
So what age were you when you, in inverted commas, retired from senior football?
36.
36. That's a good age.
Because I wanted to get over 100 appearances.
Sorry, 36. Oh yeah, that's not too long ago at all.
Yeah, no.
Only 2 years. So
because with all the clubs I was with, I never broke 100, so I wanted to do that before I left.
Very nice. And then did you do it? And then they were like, "Oh, we weren't counting your games."
Well, I count. So someone gave me advice, and I can't remember, to keep track of all your appearances. That it would be nice to look back on when I was about 17 or 18. So I have what's the old copybooks? What are they called? Fallons or something?
Oh yeah, the Fallon books. Yeah.
So I have one of them copybooks, a blue one that's a bit chuck now, with all my soccer appearances and GA appearances.
You wrote them in?
Yeah,
that's very precise. Where do you get the time for that?
You say every time you come back, I say, "Oh, play it." Just write it down. Like I only do it, like if you're in prison with the lines. I would just put the lines down, and I might put C over one for a cup game or something like.
Oh, right, very good.
Yeah, and then I have league and championship for the guy. Like,
no way.
So I think I finished up with like 108 appearances for Park Celtic. Now, in fairness, I would have got more. Only we dropped out of the league about 2 years in a row before it was finished.
Okay.
Because just numbers and all that were a bit chucked there a few years ago.
That's shite, isn't it?
Yeah, but I did do 48 consecutive starts.
Oh, that's good.
And 50 consecutive appearances.
Jeez, that's very good.
Yeah. It was a good run of about two seasons there.
Jeez, that's very good.
I was captain for a while as well. So
I might go back and just play senior, actually. You're convincing me to go back.
Well, Dotsy and Terry, shout out Dotsy and Terry.
Hi Dotsy, hi Terry.
They're still, they were playing with that boys' second team last year.
Oh, were they?
I think they did win the reserve
they
league.
They did, yeah.
And then
Cup league. I don't remember now.
And then I think a few lads left or whatever, and they're gone back now to Park Celtic, because I seen them in the picture on Facebook, and I text Dotsy. I says, "Dotsy, it's time for you to play over 35s. Come on now," because Dotsy I think is be 41.
And he's still playing senior football.
Yeah.
You'd want to be, it's fairly competitive, senior.
Nah, I think I would have stayed on a little bit longer with the soccer if I wasn't involved in other things, because I'd be able to train.
Yeah.
So like you weren't getting to train, so you weren't getting to play that much. And with the soccer, like it's kind of, with the limited substitutions and all that, now I know there's 5 in the league anyway, but it's still kind of hard. And then there's younger lads there that's what they do. So they're always at training.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you get a little bit older, you have different commitments and things like that. So I just felt like I wouldn't be playing as much. And then when the opportunity for the over 35s came, I said I'd do that.
Eat that all up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, can I give you a bit of advice here from Decathlon? Do you know the shop up in Dublin? They're saying if you are going back to play over 35s, let's see if you agree with this. This is their tips. You have to make sure, first of all, to take the time to warm up. So the biggest problem when you're a veteran is avoiding injury. Yeah. And if in your mind you're still 20 years old, but in reality your body is not.
I just from my background, I was always warmed up. I always do my own warm up first anyway.
Yeah.
But I think a few of the lads, because they hadn't played in quite a while, came back last year for the over 35s, kind of forgot that they're still not in their 20s.
Snapped their hamstrings in the first half.
We had a lot of injuries last year, and we didn't have much of a squad last year. Now we have 18, I think, this year. But last year, like, we were going to games with only 11, and then lads would pull a hamstring or tweak a hamstring in the game. It was mostly hamstrings. Like we finished one game last year with 9 players.
Old hamstrings, poor old hamstrings. So warming up is crucial, absolutely crucial. This second one is know yourself. It might seem obvious, but it's important to know yourself on several levels in terms of physique. Warming up, and you need a lot of time, specific stretches for little aches and pains, but it's knowing your body and making sure that you know what is normal pain and that's not a good pain to play with. That's Decathlon there. Opt for a more reasonable game, it says here. If you're a competitor, the evidence shows, and you always will be, you'll still be hungry for success on the pitch, even more a few years in the clock. You'll want to win, but perhaps less fervently than before. What changes is that as a veteran, you might be less able to perform certain techniques, and you might injure yourself. It's all about injury, really, isn't it? Yeah. On the other hand, you're less likely to make silly mistakes. The game should be more friendly. You'll have to stay reasonable if you're used to powerful tackles and stuff.
I think everybody's out there kind of enjoy themselves in the over 35s. Like, you still obviously want to win, but there's definitely, not that it's not competitive,
it's not as serious.
Yeah, where when you're playing like normal soccer, people are arguing and fighting. Now there's still a little bit of that, but it's kind of a little bit tamer, and there's not as much like over the top or playing the ball down the line, because
over the top.
Yeah, because nobody can run that fast, really. Like,
is it a case of, do you know the way when you get older, you grow tall to a certain age, and then eventually you start growing smaller again? Do the pitches start getting smaller?
No, just the time. So we play 35
no way, actually.
Yeah.
That's class.
Yeah, instead of 45. Like,
jeez, that's brilliant. So like eventually when we get to over 70s, it'll be like 10 minutes a half type of thing.
Maybe.
That's interesting, isn't it?
But I still feel the same as I'm playing now. I realise now I'm not as fast.
Right.
But the speed I have is the same speed in the first minute and the last minute.
Oh, so right, okay, so you're consistent.
My fitness is still there.
Consistently shite.
But what I feel is the difference is it takes you longer to recover.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'm a little bit tired today, and my legs are a little bit heavy because I played 2 games the weekend.
That's good, though. I like tiredness and heaviness.
Where before, I would have recovered a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But the only thing is, I also eat better and look after myself better than I was in my 20s as well. Like,
he said after sending me a picture of him eating pizza last Monday.
Yeah, pizza's alright. That's carb loading.
That's what John. The post-match crack apparently here is a good reason to start playing over 35s. You'd be having crack with people on the other team as well, wouldn't you? Like, it's not.
Like there was a fella beside us there the weekend. We said something about the weather or something, and he was laughing, and then one of his lads took a shot, went wide, and he made a comment, and I kind of said something back to him and stuff.
Is there a lot of old people cliches? Do you know, like if someone falls over or something, they'll be like, "Oh, mind the step," or "Watch the hip," that type of thing.
No, but there's still a couple of dickheads.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah,
there always was around football, isn't there? Like,
now we played Maynooth at the weekend, and they're all grand. Mm-hmm. And you shook hands, and everybody shook hands afterwards and all that.
Could you shout out actually to Brendan? He plays in the over 35s there. I think he manages them actually.
Because I think that's our second team now. They have 2 teams, I think.
Oh no, he's the first team, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're probably Division 1 Masters.
Yeah,
we're Division 2.
They're
Masters.
very good. They're a good team. Like,
yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, hello to Brendan anyway. He's a guard trim there.
The second team was good as well, though.
Right. Okay. Actually, he's a guard in Trim. He'd know our other guard friend in Trim.
Oh yeah, Andrew. We should ask him that last week.
Yeah,
we never did.
Be a good little football team in there. They've got a ex-Ireland female player in there too.
Well, I have been suggesting to Andrew to come and play the over-35s.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Interesting. Is he a good footballer? Yeah.
He played soccer when he was younger. I think. Yeah, he played guard there for Clukin as well. So.
Guards they're just made for guard, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, he represented the guards because they have a guard team, like, don't they?
I don't know. I'm sure
in the interfirms or something. Isn't it?
All right. They're all from the country.
Yeah, but I think as long as you're able to do something, keep doing it for as long as you can.
Yeah. So your advice, going back to the topic at hand, your advice would be to just make sure that you warm up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You have to probably take things a little bit more serious than you would have in terms of your body than you would have in your 20s.
Yeah, because like that, there's certain things that you need extra warmth, like hips and glutes and hamstrings, that maybe you would have got away with when you were younger, just because of the makeup of, like, there's obviously wear and tear on you and everything like that. Like, warm-up's important no matter what age you are, but then there's probably a little bit extra the older you get then as well.
Yeah.
But now, in saying that, the over 35s is at times a slower pace as well. It's about passing the ball and keeping compact and things like that. Good. You're definitely more clued into your formation than you would have been maybe when you were younger and stuff like.
Because you have to be.
Yeah, because you just don't have that sprint in your back to cover, like, you know. And everybody's the same, so you're kind of looking after each other, that you're not too far away from each other or anything like that, like, you know.
Yeah. And the league table, whereabouts are you play for Longwood now?
Yeah. Well, we won one game and we've lost 3. So 2-2-0, 1-2-1 win, and then 3-2 at the weekend.
Right.
But we got 3 penalties. We only scored
Sounds
1.
like a type of team that I might like to join. One that is
we're definitely solid, because like that last year, a lot of people floated in and out, but we're definitely more together, and we got a couple other lads this year.
Can you just come in and play, or do you have to sign up?
You have to sign up
properly.
Yeah.
Is it outside of the registration period?
No, I think it just takes you the week to register. Just send in the information to the FAI or whatever.
Oh, any time whatsoever?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Don't know.
Because we've only played 4 games, and I think we've 14, I think, and then a couple of cup games, because I think there's 7 in the league.
Right.
Can't remember. Munster, Evan, Ratangan, Clane, Kilcock, Enfield, ourselves, Maynooth, Arlington.
They're all fairly...
And Straffan. Maybe there's 9.
All fairly Kildare-ish sounding.
Oh, they are, because we're in the Clear League.
All right. That sounds like a lot of travelling.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, we have loads of people when we play at home.
Yeah.
We
no
have
one goes away.
Like,
or 9.
Because they're all an hour away. Like,
right. So I think for quick bites, I think that's
that's over 35. Go do it.
Nice little go back to. I heard of another actually good one.
You have 30 years before you're over 65.
Oh Jesus, that's bad. I heard of someone saying about what was it, mothers and others.
Yeah, mothers and others, and dads and lads.
And Dads and Lads, a great name. That's the Gaelic.
Yeah, the Gaelic.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool name, Mothers, and then I made a joke about it being Mothers with Others.
It used to be, I think it was just called Mothers, and then
because
then it went Mothers and Others then as well, and same with Dads and Lads, so that you include everybody in it. It's a great initiative. They have blitz and stuff like that, and people have played before and maybe retired or whatever, and are back playing again. And then there's ones then that have never played GA and come and learn how to play GA.
Yeah.
It's a quite nice environment to be involved in.
Yeah, it's good. Get back into sport. Come on, let's do it.
Exactly.
All right, Bertie. So I think that's probably quick bites.
Yeah, quick bites.
Quick bites.